Kumusta kayo mga kaibigan, mga kababayan ko dito po sa Malaysia, sa Sabah in particular, and of course dito po sa Kota Kinabalu. Ito po si Nico Fabian, nandito ulit sa programa natin NikTok, The Real Talk with Nico. And today it's Saturday, June 7 na po. Magandang araw sa inyong lahat, magandang gabi, magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat kung nasaan man kayo, especially ito mga overseas Filipino workers. And yes, today we will be touching again on the issues ng impeachment ni Inday Sara Duterte, which has been continuously hot issue po dyan sa Pilipinas. And hindi lang dyan po sa Pilipinas, very concerned din po ang mga overseas Filipino workers dito sa Malaysia, particularly sa Sabah, and sa iba-ibang nasyon. Dahil po, whatever the decision ng gobyerno, ng mga politicians natin po, both in the 19th Congress at saka those incoming newly elected senators and congressmen for the 20th Senate, no? Composition of the 20th Senate dyan sa Pilipinas, saka sa Kongreso or House of Representatives, it will really affect also ang mga Filipinos sa labas ng nation natin, which we call the Philippines. And ilan araw na lang po, then we are going to know the result, whether tutuloy ba ang impeachment ni Inday Sara Duterte or ibasura ang impeachment ni Sara Duterte. Sa inyo po, what do you think? Do you agree that the impeachment of Inday Sara Duterte, impeachment case of Inday Sara Duterte, ibasura or tuloy? Now, for your information, again, I would like to repeat ang statement ni Inday Sara Duterte, ang Vice President natin dyan sa Pilipinas. She prefer that the impeachment trial will be pushed through. Although, sabi niya, since last week, sabi niya, may mga legal issues, particularly sa jurisdiction issue, no? Ang impeachment ni Inday Sara Duterte. But many also politicians, both outgoing congressmen, outgoing senators, as well incoming congressmen, newly elected, and newly elected or re-elected sabihin natin mga senators. Now, they are also saying na kailangan ipusto po ang impeachment ni Inday Sara Duterte. And hindi lang mga politicians, the most recent one is the call coming from the mga different universities dyan po sa Manila, as well as ang some religious sectors who are also calling for the ituloy daw po ang impeachment trial ni Inday Sara Duterte para malalaman na po, no, what really happened. Totoo ba ang mga allegations against Inday Sara Duterte or hindi? So we will only know this ang outcome, matuloy ba o hindi matuloy ang impeachment ni Inday Sara Duterte, malalaman natin po in just a matter of few more days. Few more days na lang po. Ibig sabihin, we will wait until June 11. That will be on Wednesday next week. And the Senate will make the decision. And malalaman natin po kung tuloy ba o hindi. Shoutout muna tayo kay LV Kessel o si Ernie Castillo dyan po sa Basilan, who's watching my program today or itong hapon na po. Kumusta kayo, Ernie? And of course, I hope that you and your family are enjoying life, enjoying good health, and enjoying life, no? At saka mga Basileños, no? Kumusta kayo? Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Salamat pagi, salamat patang, and salamat malam sa inyong lahat. To all our brothers and sisters or those who are embracing the Islamic faith. Ito po si Nico or NikTok, The Real Talk with Nico. Si Nico Fabian would like to extend my sincere greetings to all our brothers and sisters in Islam. Salamat Hari Raya Haji. No? Today we are celebrating, the Muslim world is celebrating this Hari Raya Haji. And yes, all the best to the celebrants po. And let's continue to be united, both Christians and Muslims, for the good of humanity po. Be it in the Philippines, be it elsewhere, around the world. Let us be united as one, and let's make this world a better place to live in. Alright, tuloy na tayo po ang sabihin natin, issues natin about the impeachment of Inday Sara Duterte, and later on I'll be sharing with you some sabihin natin mga video clips that I recorded para at least malalaman ninyo po, you can see ang mga statements, mga interviews ng mga politicians natin po tungkol sa impeachment ni Inday Sara Duterte. And during the program, towards the end, I will also be sharing with you po a news footage wherein regarding ito po ang BARM election, Bangsamoro Autonomous Region for Muslim Mindanao election po. Ang dami ng mga marites po, left and right na po. Some are saying na hindi daw matuloy ang BARM election po, no? This year. And others are saying tuloy din po. So malalaman natin ngayon towards the end of this program na ano talaga ang decision. Matuloy ba ito or hindi matuloy ang BARM election? BARM election dyan po sa Mindanao. And of course, I will also be sharing with you a footage regarding po, kasi rainy season na sa Pilipinas. And hindi lang sa Pilipinas, na experience din natin po. Yun sabihin natin, shoutout muna tayo kay Julian Nabello, who is also watching my program. How are you, Julian? Hope you're doing fine and enjoying life, no? Enjoying life and your family. God bless you and God everyone, especially ang pamilya natin. So, okay. Ang rainy season is already here, not only in the Philippines but also in Malaysia. And in fact, dito po sa Kota Kinabalu, where I am now, since this morning we experienced some heavy downpour. And the weather, ang sky natin po dito ngayon, medyo dark pa din po. Ibig sabihin, it is signaling that there will be another downpour. And I was made to understand in some parts in the Philippines, particularly in Mindanao, and very specific in Zamboanga City, since early this morning, no? The whole morning, they experienced heavy downpour and some of the areas, dyan po sa Zamboanga, are now flooded, no? Especially itong those in the along the river banks. I will be sharing with you some of this or a footage on the actual footage dyan po sa Zamboanga City during my program later on. But in the meantime, let me read you a story, a news article regarding ang impeachment trial ni Inday Sara Duterte. And the title of this news article, which is being reported by Inquirer.com, net, about the impeachment of Inday Sara Duterte. The title is Charitas Philippines, Sara Duterte trial must no longer be delayed. Must no longer be delayed. And nandito po ang detalles ng istorya ng Inquirer.net. Okay, let's start. The Charitas Philippines has urged leaders of the country to act with urgency on the impeachment trial of Vice President Sara Duterte, asserting that justice delayed is justice denied. The impeachment trial must no longer be delayed. We call on our leaders to act with the highest sense of urgency. Charitas Philippine President and Bishop Jose Colin Bagaforo said in a statement today, Saturday po. Bagaforo also said that any move towards the impeachment trial must be approached with utmost integrity and respect for the rule of law. He added that the impeachment trial, like any legal or political process, must uphold truth and due process, never driven by partisanship, or personal gain. The ultimate goal must always be the concern for the welfare of the Filipino people, especially the poor, the marginalized, and those whose voices are often unheard. Bagaforo asserted. Let this be a time for our leaders to show moral courage, our institutions to stand firm in justice, and for all citizens to demand accountability rooted in compassion and truth, he added. The Charitas Philippines President also urged the public to unite and pray that the current situation of the country would eventually lead to genuine peace, good governance, and a more just society. Senate President Francis Escudero previously announced that the presentation of articles of impeachment of Duterte would start on June 11. Its original schedule was June 2nd. Escudero then explained that the schedule was moved to allow the Senate to tackle priority legislative measures before the 19th Congress adjourns, and that will also be next week. Meanwhile, Senator Ronald De La Rosa, a known ally of the Dutertes, recently confirmed that he initiated the drafting of a resolution that seeks to dismiss the impeachment case against Vice President Inday Sara Duterte. On February 5th, Duterte was impeached by the House of Representatives after a total of 215 lawmakers signed an impeachment complaint against her. Some of the grounds for the said impeachment includes culpable violation of Constitution, betrayal of public trust, and graft and corruption. The complaint was sent to the Senate on the same day, February 5th, but it is still pending in the 19th Congress. Yan po ang report na I managed to get, no? Para sa inyo po, especially mga Filipinos dito po sa Malaysia, particularly dito sa Sabah. Today, ang Malaysia, we are on holiday dahil po we are celebrating the Hari Raya Hajj or Hari Raya Haji. And let's see, ingat-ingat lang tayo po mga Filipinos, mga kababayan ko po dito sa Sabah, if you are celebrating din ang Hari Raya Haji. Now, make sure that be concerned about the food intakes, no? Because we have to take care of our health po. Importante yan po. Huwag masyado maraming beef, mga karne po, because baka hindi kaya ang katawan natin, especially those are sick and those senior citizens po. Take good care of your health because health is wealth. Alright? Alright, tuloy tayo po. And the first video clip that I'm going to share with you now is a report on the impeachment trial of Inday Sara Duterte. Let's listen to this report coming from the mainstream media dyan po sa Pilipinas. Hold on, nandito po. Let's listen to this.
Hindi lang umano ang tinaguriang Duterte Black sa Senado, kundi mga senador na kaalyado ng administrasyon ang gustong maibasura na ang impeachment case laban kay Vice President Sara Duterte. Yan ang inamin ni Senator Amy Marcos matapos ipaikot ni Senator Ronald Bato de la Rosa ang resolusyon na humihiling na tuluyan ng i-dismiss ng Senado ang nakapending na reklamo laban sa Vice Presidente. Naniniwala si Marcos na may ilang senador na ganito rin ang gusto pero tumanggi siyang pangalanan ang mga mambabatas.
Mismo yung admin, sa palagay ko, interesado na mawalang visa na yan kasi kinakabahan din na matalo. Aminin natin. Yun lang ang suspecha ko.
So, ano yung basta na lang yung...
Di ba mas mahirap, mas nakakahiya kapag nagkaroon ng paglilitis at matalo. Akin lamang, ang duda ko, hindi lamang ang sinasabi o tinatawag na mga Duterte ang interesado sa pag-dismiss. Ang pakiramdam ko, mismo ang administrasyon ay may mga grupo na nagsasabi na wag nang ituloy at baka mapahiya lang sa numero.
Pabor si Marcos na maibasura ang reklamo dahil hindi rin naman ito matatapos sa loob ng 19 Congress. 3 session days na lang ang natitira sa 19 Congress na nakatakdang mag-adjourn sinidya sa June 13.
Para sa akin, wala na talagang panahon para sa trial. Dapat ibasura na kung gusto talaga ng House of Representatives, wala namang problema. Pwede silang magpila ulit subject to the 1-year ban. That seems very, very clear to me.
Naniniwala naman ang senador na hindi valid ang impeachment case na isinampa ng mga kongresista laban sa pangalawang Pangulo. Yan ay dahil may 3 naunang impeachment complaint na naihain sa Kamara noon pang December 2024, pero ang inakit lang ay ang ika-4 na impeachment complaint na ipinasa sa Senado noon lamang huling sesyon ng Pebrero.
Yung validity mismo ng pagpapadala ng House of Representatives sa amin, kine-question ko eh. Kasi, bakit ganon? Postpone sila ng postpone, tapos hinuli talaga sa last day. Tapos kami ang sisisihin nagde-delay. Teka nga, tignan ninyo yung mga datos.
Pero kung si Senator JBL ito ang tatanungin, dapat ituloy ng Senado ang pagdinig. Paalala ng mambabatas, ang pagdinig sa impeachment complaint ay bahagi ng kanilang mandato batay sa saligang batas.
The Senate is duty bound to convene the impeachment court according to our constitution. Kumbaga, ano namin yan? Responsibilidad po namin yan.
Sa personal niyang pananaw, ayaw niya sa impeachment dahil malinaw na politically motivated ang kaso at maraming problemang mas dapat unahin ang mga lider ng bansa. Pero ngayong nakahain ang impeachment case, dapat daw talaga itong harapin ng Senado.
Ako hindi paborito tayo na sinabi ko kasi nga, ang dami nating pressing problems. Ang dami nating kailangan habulin. But in case, ito na, talaga namang itutuloy naman itong impeachment whether we like it or not. As I mentioned, we are duty bound. Sana matapos agad. So we can, whatever the decision is, whatever the verdict is, I hope we can go back to our normalcy as soon as possible. Mahaba-haba at marami-rami tayong hahabulin.
Idinipensa naman ni Ercito ang liderato ng Senado sa mga batikos na dinidelay at dinidribble ang impeachment dahilan kaya hanggang ngayon hindi umuusad sa Senado. Kasalanan niya ito ng Kamara dahil sila mismo hindi agad ipinasa sa Senado ang articles of impeachment. Sa ngayon, ang malinaw niya ang 20th Congress na ang magdedesisyon kung itutuloy ang impeachment trial o hindi.
I'm not defending the leadership or the Senate. No? Unang-una, pinasa ng House of Representatives yan. Kailan ba na pinasa yan? Last day, 5 o'clock. We adjourned at 7. Diba? 5 talagang last minute din. They had all the time since December. Sana pinasa nila kagad. So that we would have the time. So hindi lang, wag naman sana, not defending the Senate, but I'm just stating the facts na sana, kung pinasa nila mas maaga, baka mas maaga rin na simulan.
May Anfor Vera para sa...
Yes, yan po ang statement ni Senator, re-electionist Senator Amy Marcos, and of course ang statement na coming from Senator Ejercito, no? Ejercito, and of course, he mentioned Senator Ejercito mentioned about bakit na-delay ito po. Sana daw po from the very beginning kasi mayroon na, if I'm not mistaken, yung complaint of impeachment, no, against Inday Sara Duterte as early as December yata yon, no, mayroon na yon na impeachment, and na-delay yon po ang House of Representatives to come up with a decision to submit the complaint documents to the Speaker of the House, and from there na-delay pa rin yun po. They submitted ang documents sa Senado last minute na po, during the day wherein the Senate was supposed to end ang session nila po, no? Because of the forthcoming, sabihin natin, midterm election. Kung hindi lang na delay ang House of Representatives, siguro po ngayon tapos na ang impeachment trial ni Sara Duterte, malaman na natin po kung acquitted siya or convicted siya. And under the law sa impeachment rules and regulations, if found guilty or convicted si Inday Sara Duterte, in other words, ang penalty is removal from the office. Ibig sabihin, removal from the office of the Vice President, and at the same time, she will be perpetually disqualified to hold any government public position po. Forever na yon, no? Forever na yon. So, sana lang po kung walang delay, na siguro nalaman na natin po ang resulta. And of course, as it was repeatedly mentioned by Inday Sara Duterte, na she wants that this impeachment trial of hers will push through, para malalaman na po. And for me, that's how I look at it. Kung matuloy ang impeachment ni Inday Sara Duterte, mas gusto siguro si Inday Sara Duterte, because this is the time, appropriate time for her to work left and right ang gobyerno po. May mga ebidensya daw siya po to support her statements during the trial. And at the same time, she wants to make it very clear to clear his name or her name, and also that of her family, especially ang reputasyon or ang effect itong impeachment sa pamilyang Duterte po. Now, in the event na hindi din magtuloy itong impeachment trial, no? So, one thing good also, si Inday Sara Duterte can now focus on her, sabihin natin, plans, which she already hinted that she will run as a candidate for the presidency come 2028. And oppositions, ang mga oppositions din po, they are putting the blame on the Senate, especially si Senate President Chis Escudero for dribbling the issue, no? Matagal na daw yan po, no? And yun, June 2nd na sana reading of the articles of impeachment. Now it was moved to June 11. So Wednesday yun po, next week. So ang dami mga lawyers, politicians, talking about giving their how they look at or read the laws of both the Congress, the Senate, and the Constitution of the country. Some are saying nag-violate na po ang Senado sa impeachment of Inday Sara Duterte in terms of nag-delay, no? Hindi daw dapat nag-delay. Forthwith, yun word doon po, forthwith. Maraming definition po, no? Maraming definition. But anyway, let's see what will happen. It's just a matter of few more days po. Hintayin na lang natin. Shoutout muna tayo kay Mary Lou Pentoyo, is also watching my program today. And thank you very much for watching, and I hope you are doing fine and everything is running smoothly in our family. Si Mary Lou is my better half, no? And yeah, enjoying the holiday today kasi we are celebrating Hari Raya Hajj or Hari Raya Haji. Alright, let's move on to another video clip, and this time around I'm going to give you ang interview kay Attorney Mel Santa Maria, Santa Maria, tungkol sa ibasura ang impeachment po. Let's listen to this. Hold on, Let's listen to this video clip. Saan na yun? Hold on, 4:12. Let's listen to Attorney Mel Santa Maria.
Attorney Santa Maria, magandang gabi po sa inyo at maraming salamat po sa oras.
Isa yung Pinky.
Meron ho bang kapangyarihan ang Senado na magbasura ng impeachment complaint?
Para maibasura ang impeachment complaint, dalawa ang katanungan na dapat sagutin. Tandaan natin, ang articles of impeachment ay inihain na noong February 5, 2025. Nag-attach na ang jurisdiction. So ang mga tanong, una, ang tatanong ng mga senador dapat, nangyari ba o ginampanan pa, nagawa pa ang mga paratang na sinasabing ginawa ni VP Sara? Nangyari ba? Nag-i-exist ba? Yan ang unang tanong. Ang pangalawang tanong, kung nangyari nga, humahantong ba ito sa impeachable offense na sinasabi ng konstitusyon? Kung ang sagot sa una ay hindi nangyari, basura na yan. Pero kung ang sagot sa una ay oo, nangyari. So ang susunod na tanong, impeachable offense ba ito? At kung ang sagot ay oo, convicted. So, titignan natin yung mga parameters na yun. Hindi kaagad-agad pwedeng ibasura ang inihain ng articles of impeachment. Dapat magkaroon ng paglilitis at paghahatol. Kasi sabi ng ating konstitusyon, ang katangi-tanging ahensya ng gobyerno na maglilitis at maghahatol sa isang impeachment ay ang Senado. Dapat gampanan nila yung mga trabaho o tungkulin na yan bago sila magbasura. Tanda natin, Pinky, basta sinabi mong to try and decide. To try. Magsusuri ng ebidensya, titignan ng mga testimonya, titignan ng mga koneksyon nito. At pag-decide, igatol. Kung may ebidensya, convict. Kung walang ebidensya, acquit.
Yun po ang attorney,
mangyayari.
yun po yung talagang nakasaad sa 1987 Constitution na ilang beses na pong pinag-uusapan, Article 11, Section 4, Section 5, Section 6 ng 1987 Constitution. Ito po ang nangyayari po ngayon sa Senado, meron pong, alam niyo naman po ito, yung sinasabing draft resolution na nanggaling mismo sa opisina ni Senator Ronald Bato de la Rosa. Basically, ang sabi po dito, dismiss de facto. Ibig sabihin, kailangan na daw i-dismiss itong kasong to dahil wala na pong oras. Dahil itinakda ang presentation of articles of impeachment ng June 11 and thereafter ang panunumpa ng mga senators bilang senator judges. Ang sabi po dito sa draft resolution, wala na pong oras. At somehow, sa pagkaalala ko po, ay it violated also the right of the respondent for a speedy trial dahil nga sa salitang forthwith. Ano pong masasabi niyo dito?
Unang-una doon sa violation of speedy trial. Okay? Tandaan natin na madami namang kasong inihain sa Korte Suprema ang sinasaktan. So hindi mo masasabing nagkaroon ng pagdidelay o pag-aantala sa pagdinig sa kasong ito. At ngalawa, ang proseso ay nangyayari ngayon sa ating senador. Nakikita natin ang pangayan dyan. May puntong isa, may punto dito, so may due process. So yung deprivation of speedy trial, wala yun. Pwede mo nang itapon yun. Pangalawa, yung sinasabing resolution na ginawa ni Senator Bato, ultra vires yun. Walang base yun. Sapagkat hindi mo makikita sa konstitusyon na pwede silang, by way of resolution, tanggalin na lang ang jurisdiction ng Senado sa impeachment trial. At walang base sapagkat sa mismong rules nila ng impeachment, wala namang ganyan. So, ang tanong ng bayan, saan mo nakukuha ang kakayahan o kapangyarihan na gumawa ng resolution na yan? Wala naman yan sa konstitusyon.
Okay, so it's
wala
not,
naman yan sa rules nila.
wala po sa
Alright, yan po ang statement, ang explanation ni Attorney Amel Santa Maria. Okay, this time around, I will share with you another footage and ano ito, yun kay Senator Jinggoy Estrada. Brief lang ito, let's listen to him when he was interviewed by the mainstream media o reporters dyan po sa Maynila recently.
That is written in our Constitution. Sir, po pwede ba lang mere resolution ng mga Senado? Well, I am not a lawyer. I will discuss it. I will just discuss it with It has been in circulation since Monday. I saw it.
Sir, printed copy yung sa inyo.
Yes.
Pinapapirmahan po sa inyo. Pinapapirmahan.
Pero babasa lang.
Pwede pong malaman kanino galing. Kanino galing? Sino nagbigay sa inyo?
Ano lang. Let's just keep it in confidence.
Sir, kung sakasakali magkakaroon ng botohan sa floor, ready ka mag-vote. Either way.
Well, it's hard to answer your question right now. Let's just cross the bridge when we get there.
Sir, pero yung mandate nyo to hear sa impeachment complaint, sabi mo against any impeachable official, kung pwede ba yung ma-override ng simple majority vote?
As I told you earlier, I will leave it to our legal luminaries to decide on that matter.
Okay, yan po si Senator Jinggoy Estrada. And this time around, from Jinggoy Estrada, let's also listen. Listen ang side. How does Senator Alan Cayetano look at the situation po? Let's listen to this. Sandali.
Veteran lawmaker, kung pwede po ba ang mere resolution by the senators, kahit walang hindi na-convene yung impeachment court, hindi nag-trial,
Babalik nga ako dun sa dilemma. Diba? So the dilemma is, you want to follow the Constitution and very clear ang Constitution. Diba? The trial follows forthwith. Walang if and buts dun. Diba? Okay. Pero ang tanong nga, if a majority of the senators say that yung trial, wala rin mangyayari because you don't have numbers, sinong masusunod? That's why tama din yung sinabi ni Senate President Escudero na 19 to. The 20th, pwede magbotohan din. At sabihin, mali yun, we should have the trial. Diba? But the good thing about this is that you're allowed one impeachment every year. So may remedy pa naman. So hindi to katulad ng isang kinasuhan mo ng sa korte, tapos pag na-acquit, may double jeopardy na. Hindi. You can go to the fiscal, the DOJ, you can go to the ombudsman, or you can file another impeachment. So it's totally true. Lahat ng nagsasabing we can go to the Supreme Court, it's totally true. But kailan lalabas yung decision ng Supreme Court given na ang bibigat ng legal issues na ito? And then ang Senate din, di ba, is medyo bantayan na parang, pagdating ng impeachment, call namin yan. Unless there is real grave abuse of discretion, hindi dapat Supreme Court ang mag-rule dyan. Di ba? So, we're in a, right now, it's not the VP who's on trial, it is the Senate that is on trial.
The impeachment case.
Alright, yun po si Senator Alan Peter Cayetano. Alright. Now, let's move to another video clip. Ano ito? Kay Amy Marcos, Senator Amy Marcos. Hold on, I will share with you this video clip ni Senator Amy Marcos. Ano ba ito? She's talking about itong impeachment. Hold on.
Palagay ko, mas importante sa isang salita na forthwith, ang malawakang kapangyarihan na binibigay ng ating saligang mata sa Senado. So, sa palagay ko, maraming otoridad na nagsasabing hindi pwede at ginagalang natin sila, pero sa kabila nun, ang pinakamaliwanag, ang Senado, ang may kapangyarihan magdesisyon kung ano talaga. Para sa akin, kaduda-duda, ang validity, ang tamang pagpadala at endorsement ng Congress. So, depende yan. Mauuwi sa botohan. Dahil alam naman natin, ang impeachment, hindi naman siya legal. It is a fundamentally political process. And it is an effort by politicians to find accountability, di ba? Kaya, ayun, ang kapangyarihan nasa kamay talaga ng Senado.
Sabi nyo, dapat ma-dismiss na agad itong impeachment. Paano at kailan? Kasi on June 11, nakaschedule kayo para dun sa presentation ng articles of impeachment at pag-convene ng impeachment
para sa trial. Dapat ibasura na kung gusto talaga ng House of Representatives, wala namang problema. Pwede silang magpila ulit, subject to the 1-year ban. That seems very, very clear to me.
So, ano mangyayari, ma'am? May pag-promotion bago yung June 11?
Hindi ko alam, na kay SP yun. I think he's been interviewed extensively and has spoken copiously about the different possibilities. Marami pang iba't ibang posibilidad, kaya pinag-aaralan ng mga maigi at ako nga, kinukumpirma ko na itong mga drafts na to, siguro effort ng bawat senador na makahanap ng solusyon para sa tamang proseso. Yung pinakasang-ayon sa batas, pinakamabilis, pinakaklaro. Kasi may
Alright, yun po si Senator Amy Marcos. Among the 12 senators elected during the midterm election, she is number 12. She is number 12. And earlier, before the midterm election, may mga haka-haka na po that mahirapan si Senator Amy Marcos to be re-elected as the country's senator dahil alam na niyo po, Marcos, may conflict between the Marcoses and the Dutertes. But with the help of Vice President Inday Sara Duterte, na endorse si Inday Sara Duterte, as the midterm election approaches, no? Mayroon na lang siguro 1 week or less than 2 weeks, 2 weeks na lang yun po, na endorse si Inday Sara Duterte kay Senator Amy Marcos, and dahil dyan po, whether we like it or not, dahil dyan po, nakatulong talaga kay Amy Marcos, Senator Amy Marcos, to be inside the Magic 12 and be back or return to the Senate 2025 term, no? So, nakita natin, si Amy Marcos is one senator, despite being the elder sister of President Bongbong Marcos Jr., no? Nandyan po siya sa kampo ni Tatay Digong o nasa kampo ni Inday Sara Duterte, no? And hanggang ngayon po, she's showing that her sabi natin decision to support the Dutertes, no? During the midterm election, she's showing everything, no, to prove to the public, especially those who supported her candidacy, na hindi yon fake ang fake ang support niya sa kay Inday Sara Duterte, as well as yon na ayaw niya talaga what happened sa so-called kidnapping of Tatay Digong, and handed over to the custody of the International Criminal Court dyan po sa detention center sa Netherlands, The Hague. So, yun ang impeachment trial, mga stories that we have for this episode, June 7 episode dito po sa NikTok, The Real Talk with Nico. Okay, as what I mentioned earlier, mayroon tayong dito po issue din po tungkol sa Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao o the BARM, na may mga haka-haka na that the election this year ng BARM will be postponed again. Kasi nag-postpone na yun noon. And mag-postpone din. And ang Bangsamoro or ang Moro National Liberation Front po is against for any, sabihin natin na postponement of the Bangsamoro election this year. Kaya naman, October yata yun, no? August or October ang election. And then, mayroon pa tayong iba pang election sa December 1st sa mga kabataan at saka barangay. So, let's listen to this video clip, report ito po, regarding ang election ng Bangsamoro, wherein ang COMELEC, no other than the chairman of the Commission on Election dyan po sa Pilipinas, si Chairman George Garcia, sabi niya tuloy ang BARM or Bangsamoro election this year. Nandito po. Let's listen to this. Hold on, ha? Saan na yun? Hold on. Anong number yun? 1 to 6. Alright. Let's listen to this.
Ilang Commission on Elections sa kanilang mga paghahanda para sa idaraos na unang Bangsamoro Parliamentary Elections sa bansa na gaganapin sa darating na October 13 ngayong taon. Ayon kay COMELEC Chairman George Erwin Garcia, hindi nila alam kung saan nanggaling ang balita na muli na naman itong ipagpapaliban. Dahil para sa COMELEC, tuloy na ang BARM elections.
Talagang hindi ko po malaman kung saan nanggagaling yung balita na maaari ma-postpone o hindi matutuloy ang Bangsamoro Parliamentary Elections. Sapagkat ang inyong COMELEC at all cost naghahanda kami.
Sa katunayan, sumulat ang COMELEC sa parlamento para ma-distribute ang 7 seats na unang naitalaga sa Sulu na ngayon ay hindi na bahagi ng BARM.
Hanggang 2nd week of June, tayo makapaghihintay. Otherwise, we will proceed with all preparations.
Noong nakaraang araw ay lumapit sa Senado si Moro Islamic Liberation Front o MILF Vice Chairman Muhagir Iqbal at nanawagan pati sa House of Representatives na tiyaking matutuloy ang BARM elections. Ganito rin ang apela ng parliamentary government para marinig naman anila ang boses ng mga residente sa Bangsamoro sa pamamagitan ng halalan.
MILF is very much concerned over reports reaching us that there is again another move to postpone the parliamentary election to 2028.
Santiamento, UNTV, News and Rescue.
Alright, yan po. According to the COMELEC chairman, si George Garcia, tuloy po ang preparation ng COMELEC when it comes to the Bangsamoro election this year po. And sabi ni George Garcia, hindi niya alam kung saan galing itong mga haka-haka, mga storya po that the BARM election will be again postponed, no? To a later date. Ibig sabihin, based on what you heard just now, ang announcement ni Chairman George Garcia, tuloy po ang BARM election. Alright? So, yun po. I will be giving you updates, any updates regarding the BARM election po as when it comes. And pag I'll get any details regarding breaking news regarding the BARM, I will make sure that you will be properly informed on the latest developments sa BARM election. Earlier, when we started the program, or when I started the program, I mentioned to you about the weather condition dyan po sa Pilipinas. And of course, dito po sa Sabah, Malaysia. Now, Sabah, Malaysia, we started last week yata yun, no? Talagang mainit ang weather condition dito po sa Malaysia. It is very unpredictable. Now, this past few days, na nakita natin po na umuulan na, no? Rain, nung umpisa na ang ulan dito po sa Malaysia o sa Sabah. In fact, this morning alone po, no? We noticed na mahaba ang downpour dito sa Kota Kinabalu City. And I was also made to understand dyan po sa Pilipinas, particularly dyan po sa Zamboanga City. Baha ang Zamboanga City daw. Dyan sa Zamboanga City. Kawawa naman ang mga residents, mga Zamboangueños dyan po sa Zamboanga City. Ingat kayo, especially those who are residing along the river banks, no? Be careful. Ang avenida, or we call it flash flood, bro, no? Sa mga rivers natin po. And always be on the lookout. And if you see that water is rising, make sure that you evacuate to a higher area po, no? And report immediately the situation to the nearest local authorities dyan po sa inyo, sa Zamboanga. And make sure din po ang mga bata, no? Make sure your children, no? Make sure that you monitor the activities of your children, especially when there is a heavy downpour po. And especially those who are residing or living along the river banks or sa low area po, no? Sa low area because of the possibility of a flash flood. Ingat-ingat lang kayo po. Let me share with you itong footage, the situation in Barangay Tumaga River. Barangay Tumaga River po. Nandito po. That's why I said, be careful. I will share with you itong footage po. Let's watch this footage. And reported by local media men, very aggressive and very active, aggressive and active and responsible. Responsible reporter dyan po sa Zamboanga City. And I'm referring to no other than ang kaibigan natin, ang colleague ko po, si Joseph Soso Brado. Nandito po.
Talya din ng critical level, ang silent na 76 centimeter.
Sumaga River.
Mga katropa, El Agua, so un poco alto si Lubaya, ay kinapaste grande, man ulan di ulan pa, kay kamera kita, dato mo dito po klaro yaman. Pero El Agua, Abaha, estaba ng mundo mga katropa, dinawin ko na grande le, hindi kita. Si pinapakita ko sa area mga katropa, kwantos mga kasa, do taman ba niya, do taman mo siya, dyan ang lot, yan yung mga kinakasa yan lubos. Pero sticky area, lumukot yung mga pangyayon sa sticky area, taman timbag niya. Yung mga hindi, mga bibiyales ng barangay Tumaga. Talya na ulaw, si Mira Hosteles mga katropa, talya na ulaw. Bisyando sila kung nila sitwasyon, kondisyon, Rio, pagpasa, tasubita. Sige pa man taliti pa siyempre sa mga momento, aktivismo na barangay Tumaga. Doon di gani, si Mira Hosteles, sa area mga katropa, tapo di kita po sa garado, alarming sa kita timpak. Napustawi kasi na padir del casa, mga katropa. Padir.
Alright, yun po ang sitwasyon dyan po sa Zamboanga City, barangay Tumaga River. No? I was made to understand that they experienced heavy downpour since early this morning and hanggang late in the morning. And this is what happened. They experienced flash floods sa river nila. No? Nag-overflow ang river ng barangay Tumaga. And ingat lang kayo po, no? Ang mga tao dyan po sa barangay Tumaga as well as other areas po. Tubungan, Pasonangka, other areas po. Ingat-ingat lang kayo po. And I hope the town area is not flooded again. It's not flooded again. So, yes sir, mayroon tayong dito. May tanong, saan daw ako yesterday? Yeah, I did manage to do my blogging for the past 1 or 2 days yata yun po. Dahil busy tayo po. We took time to go to our neighboring country dito po sa Brunei. Sabah is very near to Brunei and I have to attend some very important matters, business matters po. And that is the reason why we did manage to do program yesterday po. So from Kota Kinabalu, I went to Manumbok to Labuan to Brunei, and spent one night dyan po sa Brunei, and bumalik tayo po dito yesterday. And that is the reason why bakit wala tayong program yesterday. So, di bale, so far when I went in Brunei, I just want to inform you na magandang Brunei po is worthwhile visiting Brunei, and for those who want to see the palace of the Sultan Hassan al-Bolkiah, no? And the place is very clean, well developed na ang Brunei, and the people, Bruneians are very friendly, and the culture nila maganda din po. And if you want to go by land from Kota Kinabalu to Brunei, you can use the Pen Borneo Highway, maganda din po. And mayroon yun sa Tuburong ba yun? Tuburong, is that the right word? May bridge na sila po to Brunei. Maganda po ang Brunei. If you visit sa Brunei, then I believe you will enjoy, especially ang mga Muslim brothers natin po. You can see how religious si Sultan Hassan al-Bolkiah at saka mga tao doon po. Very friendly, very clean place po, and stricto po ang ang sistema nila dyan po. Although those sabihin natin vehicles with tinted glasses po, no? Mahirapan kayo po pagpunta sa Brunei because it is a violation. Only the royal family po are allowed to have full tinted glasses sa vehicles nila po. Only the royal family. The public are not allowed. Even though foreigners are bringing their own vehicle to Brunei, if sabihin natin your tinted glasses ng vehicle is exceeding the sabihin natin required percentage of tint sa Brunei, then you will be summoned. You will be summoned. So I was made to understand that you will be fined 50 Brunei dollar po for that particular violation. And ingat-ingat lang kayo po because of the exchange rate ng Brunei to Philippines medyo mataas. Exchange rate between Brunei and Malaysia mataas din po, 3.50. 1 Brunei dollar is equivalent to 3 ringgit and 50 cents ringgit, Malaysian ringgit po. So yan po ang exchange rate. But anyway, maganda po ang Brunei. Maganda ang Brunei, and we are talking about any programs to make sure that we can bring more sabihin natin visitors, students coming from Sabah, and of course we are looking at mga Filipinos, especially dyan po sa Mindanao area. We are looking at the programs, educational programs for students and parents, teachers, to visit Brunei with a very sabihin natin cheap price, cost of your trip. We are looking into that. I'm working together with some authorities dyan po, NGOs dyan po sa Brunei, and hopefully this will materialize po. This will materialize because from let's say for example from Bonggao or from Zamboanga City, you go to Bonggao to Ladatu to Brunei. Pwede din yan po, Pwede din Zamboanga City direct to Sandakan, you go to Brunei. Pass by Kota Kinabalu and then go to Brunei. By land, pwede din. Or else, if you want to visit Labuan, then you can also visit Labuan, and then ferry from Labuan to Brunei. It will only take 1 hour ferry trip from Labuan to Muara District, dyan po sa Brunei. Magandang mga facilities nila, government facilities sa Brunei po, and definitely we are going to enjoy. So, shout out muna tayo before I will conclude this program. I would like to shout out na salamat Hari Raya G to Bong Sebastian, who is also watching my program. Bong, kumusta kayo? And nasama si Bong, nasa Maynila. God bless you. Happy holiday. Sa'yo, Bong, and your family and whoever around you dyan po sa bahay ninyo sa Maynila. God bless you, and take care of yourself. Alright? So, with this, once again, si Nico Fabian would like to say thank you very much for making me a part of your day today. Malaysia, Sabah, the Philippines, God bless us all, and see you in my next episode. Bye!